Do you want to learn how to use a digital multimeter to measure AC and DC voltages, resistance, short circuit testing, continuity testing, and measuring the currents? Then watch this tutorial from start to the very end. So my friends, this is the digital multimeter that I'll be using today for measuring the DC voltages, AC voltages, and I will also tell you how you can find the positive and ground wire of a DC source. We will also be finding the resistance of a resistor and the resistance of a coil. Let's, for example, there is a solenoid wall and you want to find the resistance, so I will tell you how you can find the resistance using a digital multimeter. We will also use the same digital multimeter for the continuity testing and for finding the short circuit, and we will also use this multimeter for measuring the amps. Well, let's start with these different letters and values as you can see on the screen. So first of all, as you can see over here, V stands for the voltage, and this straight line and a dotted line means that this is the DC voltage. So this portion will be used for measuring the DC voltages, and its range starts from the 200 millivolts, 2 volts, 20 volts, 200 volts, and 1000 volts. Here there is another V, but with a different symbol, like wave kind of symbol, which shows that this will be used for the AC voltages, and its range starts from 2 volts to 750 volts. See, there is another letter A which stands for the amps, and this wave symbol means that this will be used for measuring the AC amps. There is another letter A but with a different symbol, which is a straight line and a dotted line, and is the same line which was used with the V, a straight line and dotted line, which represents the DC voltage. So this one represents the DC current, and as you can see, this range starts from here to 10 amps, so it can measure DC current up to 10 amps. Is the ohm symbol and is used for the resistance, and its range actually starts from this point to 20 mega ohms. As you can see, different values. So start with 200 ohms, then 2k, then 20k, 200, 2m, and then finally 20m. Another symbol with a speaker or the sound sign, and this is used for the continuity checking and for the short circuit testing. Now press this button to turn on the digital multimeter, and there is another button with the name hold. This is used for holding the values, which I will practically show you. If you want to measure the AC or DC voltages, or you want to measure the resistance, or you want to perform the continuity testing, or you want to find a short circuit in a particular circuit, then connect the red test lead over here and connect the black test lead with the common of the digital multimeter, and make sure that both the leads are tight. So my friends, let's start with measuring the DC voltage. So first of all, we will measure the voltage of this battery, which is a 9-volt battery, and as you can see, it has two wires. The one is the red and the other one is a black. So first of all, we will set it on the DC voltage, and I will set on the maximum value, which is 20, and then connect the red test lead with the red wire and the black one with a black wire, and as you can see on the DMM, the value is 9.75. so by pressing the hold key, we can actually hold the value. Even if we remove the test lead, the value is there, and when we press again, it's 0 again. Let's find the voltage of this DC adapter, which is a 12-volt adapter. Now we are connected with the 220 volts supply line, and now let's check its voltage. Connect the red and the black test leads, and now the black one, and you can see on the digital multimeter is 12.26. Okay, so now if we change the test leads positions, like we use the black one inside and that one outside, so you can see the negative sign. So it doesn't damage the digital multimeter, but it will display a negative sign. So this way we can also find the polarity of the wires, that which one is positive and which one is ground. Now make sure that it's still on the DC voltage, and this time we will find the voltage of this solar panel, which is also DC voltage, and this is the wire coming from the solar panel. So now we will connect the red test lead with the red wire and the black one with the black, and you can see this is the voltage 6.12, and as you can see the voltage is fluctuating as my shadow on the panel is varying, so that's why the voltage is changing. Now friends, it's time to measure the AC voltages. So turn on the digital multimeter and make sure that the wires are in place. And now what you have to do is now set it on the AC voltage on the maximum value, which is 750. So later then you can vary that value, but initially just set it on the maximum value, so 750. And now the value is 0, and make sure that you don't touch, because it's a 220 volt 330 volts coming, and you don't touch the metal part of the test lead, so be careful. And now on the digital multimeter you can see the voltage is 303, which is an AC voltage. You can see I'm holding these two resistors, and now we'll be using the digital multimeter to find its resistance. Right now I have no information, I have no idea what its values are, so make sure that still it's on the same location as we are going to find the resistance. So now set it on the resistance, which is right now on 20k. And now let's check this resistor, and it doesn't matter which side you connect, the red or the black, it's a resistor, it doesn't matter. And this one is 0.32, so let's reduce the value and let's check again, and this is 0.324k, which is equal to 323 ohms. Now let's find the coil resistance of the solenoid valve. It has two wires, so connect one with the red test lead and the other one with the black test leads, and in the same way it doesn't matter which test lead you connect with which wire. As you can see it's 0.014k, so let's reduce the value and check again and connect again, and now you can see its resistance is 14.2. So using digital multimeter we can also find the resistance of the coil. Now this is a circuit, and now we will perform some continuity testing and some short circuit tests. So make sure that you set the DMM on this symbol, which is for the continuity checking and short circuit testing, and that is the PCB board that we will be using for the tests. Is the beep sound, so which can be used for the continuity testing and also for short circuit testing. So let's check these 2 points, and as you can see there is no short circuit. And now let's check the continuity of this copper wire. So there is a sound. Now I will show you how to find the amp. So this is a DC room cooler, and these two wires are coming directly from the solar panel into a 12 volt battery, and these two wires are connected with the room cooler. So currently these two wires are connected with the room cooler. The one is the positive and the other one is the ground. So here is the DMM, and as you can see the wires are in place. So remove this wire from here and connect it over here where 10A is written, which is maximum. So we can measure 10 amps, and now connect one side with the red test lead and the other with the black test lead. So we are actually connecting this in series, so the DMM is connected in series, as you can see. So now let's change this to the amps. Now I have set this on the 10 amps, which is the maximum amount of the current which we can measure with this DMM. As you can see right there, this is 10. Okay, so now let's start checking. Let me turn on the DC room cooler, and now as you can see it draws around 3.03 amps. Okay, now I turned on the water pump and now it draws around 4.03 amps, so the amps are increased. So when I turn off the water pump, then again it reduced to 3.05 amps. So by turning on the pump and turning off the pump, the amps changes.